Hey guys, you got TP, the TP experience. I hope you, empowered. I hope your mind and clarity. I hope you're definitely beginning to see some of the benefits. Or you might be in a feeling of pain and suffering. You might be feeling like, my God, this is painful. I'm suffering. So today, okay, I'm going to inspire you. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to teach you of how to change your focus so that you can have a positive heart along your attached journey and period. So today is, here we go, the benefits of suffering and the cost of giving in temptation. Okay, here we go. So let's talk about the definition of suffering. Okay, the definition of suffering is undergoing a pain, the undergoing a pain. But what I want to excite you about is all pain is not punishment, baby. Let me say it again. All pain is not punishment, right? Because a lot of times we do things wrong. Let's say Job, right? When Job was stricken with all those losses from his family and his cattle, and him going through all those skin struggles, issues he was going through, right? It wasn't because of punishment, no, right? It's because God was actually bragging on Job. So I'm going to share some different ways how you may be experiencing pain. I want to switch it so you can shout about the pain and suffering you may be experiencing right now today, whatever you're going through your life. Here we go. So you might feel pain because of a period of stripping, right? Maybe a lover, maybe you have somebody who's with 5-10 years, right? And that relationship has been stripped. Maybe it's a friend, a dear friend. You had an argument, something happened, and then that friendship was being stripped. Or maybe it was a job. Maybe you lost a job and you're like, oh my God, I lost a job. Why, God? But then later on, you're going to find something way better. You're going to say, oh my God, I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that you stripped that away from me because I know that I was more than that job. I know that job was toxic. I know that job was not help me to be closer to you. And God, I thank you now. I see it now. And also food. He's going to strip food, right? Food from us. That's what we're doing now. We're trying to detach that toxic food that is making us sluggish, making us lazy, making us not be confident in ourselves, right? Excuse me, I'm sick, but because I'm sick, this pain I'm going through ain't gonna stop me, baby. I'm trying to tell you. All right, next one, a lesson. So it can teach you a lesson. When I was playing football in the field, yes, I lost a lot of money, right? I went through a tough depression time. I came from making $15,000, $60,000 a week to only have $24 in my account. Yes. Okay, and felt like, God, why are you doing this? Why are you making me suffer? Why? What I learned was I was worshiping money. That was a problem. I was worshiping the wrong thing. I still have my God, so why are you crying? You still got your health. You still got a place to live. You still got food you can eat, right? But I need to be stripped for that, and now my focus changed to where I don't worship money. I don't live for money no more like I used to in the past. Also healing. Oh, you're going to shout for this one, right? So a couple months ago, right, I had a toothache, and it's aching. I'm talking about, man, you talking about pain. Like, I'm like almost crying like a big baby, y'all, okay? I went to the dentist. They said, well, you got your wisdom tooth still in. So we extract that wisdom tooth, right? Again, strip it away, and then your pain should go away. I said, okay. Went through the process 1 hour, right? Boom, about a day or two, I had a little soreness. Guess what? No more pain. So I had to go through pain for me to know, right? I have something that needs to be stripped out, something that needs to be gone. And once I did it, the pain went away. Let's talk about this one, protection, right? So sometimes we need to be protected. I know people that did drugs for the first time and had a painful experience. Maybe it was alcohol, throwing up, sick. Maybe it was doing some type of drugs and you had a bad experience, painful one. But that experience made you not want to go back to it, right? That experience made you say, no, what, that's not for me. And maybe you didn't have that pain. If you had more joy to pain, then maybe you may be having that addiction with it. Or maybe you would have really lost your life because you would have been praising that hit or that liquor or that weed or whatever it might be, right? Also, pain will strengthen you, right? It can strengthen you. Just like working out. When you're working out, the muscle starts to pain, starts to hurt. What happens to the pain? We have to take it. We take the pain, but we understand, hey, the reason why that muscle hurt is because I put a stress under it. And once I put stress under the muscle, then I rest and I feed that muscle, then it will grow, right? So what I want to speak over life is that the pain you might be going through, right? Your body and your mind might be under stress. Maybe your income under stress. Maybe your relationship under stress. maybe your job situation under stress. But if you wanted to take the stress and just stay in the word and stay focused, you're going to see the strength of the process going to come out of it. And last one is guiding. Yes, your pain can guide you. Remember as a kid, when you had that stove was hot, you didn't know, and you touched it, and it was hot, what did it do? It guided you to not touch it no more. And so many times we go through pain because we kind of put ourselves in that situation, right? Because maybe our weaknesses that we had overpowered us, and then we went to that temptation, and then went through the pain. But now sometimes God can kind of smack in your hand and say, no, my child, I want you to go that way. So look at whatever you're going through, ask yourself, is this a lesson, God? Are you trying to strip this from me, God? Is this part of my healing process, God? Is this a blessing I'm just not knowing, God? Is this supposed to protect me, God? Is it supposed to guide me and strengthen me? All right? So just kind of think about that, because again, pain is not always punishment. All right? The next thing is Paul. All right? Apostle Paul considers suffering for Christ as a privilege, okay? I'm looking at my notes, so I want to make sure I stay on track. So you see, why is he looking up and down, okay? All right? He said that it's a privilege. Oh my God, a privilege. It's a privilege to suffer for Christ, right? So besides God, who are you dedicating this journey to? Who are you willing to suffer for? Who is that? Is it yourself? Are you willing to suffer for your goals, for your dreams? Is it a privilege, right? Is it your kids? Is it the people that you lead, right? Is it your family? Who is it? So for example, right, to suffer for the greater good, right, it can affect you and others. Suffering for the greater good could affect you and others. Me having this business that I'm growing, a lot of suffering. And now my wife is able to get the joy from me because now I can control my own schedule. I work from home. She gets to see me more. So now it's actually a blessing now for her. It affects her in a good way, but I was willing to go through the suffering process of the foundation of the TP experience. But now she gets the positives from it. So ask yourself, do I need to get this business plan done because I know my family will be able to, maybe get a positive from it? Is that I need to go back to school? I go back to school and I get my degree. I get a higher pay. I'm more happy about what I'm doing. And now maybe your future hubby, your future wife and kids will be set up for more opportunities for them to grow and have resources, right? Also, here's the four benefits of suffering. Number one, it keeps our eyes off of earthly comforts. Keeps our eyes off of earthly comforts. Number two, it weeds out others that are superficial. People who are superficial, right? So I'm sick. We're still going, baby. All right? Superficial. Number three, it's going to strengthen your faith to endure. The pain and suffering will strengthen your faith to endure, right? That's what we got to do. We got to have endurance to stay in the fight. You're fighting, getting hit. Have endurance. You can take some more hits. Just block. But when you get hit, learn. Put your head up. That's it. So you got to make sure that you have to endure the pain, endure the trials, endure the temptation, endure the times when you're alone by yourself. You have to endure it. Last one is, it serves as an example for those that follow us, right, or look up to us. It serves as an example. So with me going through my depression, going through my hard time after I retired and failed, right, my brother was actually inspired by me because he's like, Terrence, you always had it good. You always were favored. But when I saw you fight, I saw you drop to the ground and climb the mountain. It inspired me. So who needs to be inspired by your pain and suffering? Who needs to be inspired at your office when they seeing you, right, detach the thing that they know you love? Who is that maybe at home that need to see you say no to that donut? Or who is that need to see you go to bed earlier? Who is that person that need to see you, okay, to go through the pain and suffering for the greater good? Okay? All right, T, we understand pain and suffering. So what's the cost of giving in to temptation? What's the cost? Good question. I'm so glad you asked, okay? The cost. It can cost so many things. It can cost our destiny. Our destiny. God controls it. He controls our destiny. However, right, I'm thinking from looking in the Bible scripture, right, he can't change his mind. He can't change directions, right? Because think about it. When God was going to go to Sodom and Gomorrah, he says that he was going to destroy the whole town, right? But what happened? What happened was this. Abraham said, hey, God, what if you find 50 people that are righteous? Would you save them? Yes, I would. How about 40? How about 30? 20, 10, right? He changed his mind. He changed his mind off the destiny that he had for Sodom and Gomorrah, and because of the actions and the words and things that Abraham wanted, he changed his mind. So what I'm saying is that you can be maybe not living well as you want to live, and you can change your mindset, right? Start living more righteously, and you can change his mind so you can go to the promised land, so you can get those resources and riches that you desire, right? So you can be that king and queen, right, that you are supposed to be, all right? But think about this with the cost. Oh, this is big right here. What if Jesus, right, what if he would have fell into temptation when the devil tried to tell him to turn that stone to bread, or for him to worship the devil? Guess what? That means that Jesus would not die for our sins. That would have changed the whole course. Think about that. If he would have failed, right? Again, we all fall into temptation. 40 days, 40 nights for each child. I know I'm like, rock turning bread. I'm just being honest with you. 40 days, 40 nights, right? We sometimes we can be struggling for 10 days or 15 days or 3 days. But if he would have failed to temptation, then he would not die for our sins, and we have no idea how it would have went, right? So what I'm saying is that our selfishness can affect us, our family, our career, our health, our blessings. So our example of suffer for the greater good, again, is going to affect so many people, right? So watch this. It can cost you money. It can cost money, right? So give you an example. It's like when you choose to ignore the check engine light on your car. You see it, you're like, right? You see it, but you ignore it. You're over ignoring it. And then later on, you figure out your dang engine blow up. Something that could have went and cost you $150, and now it's gonna cost you a whole other car. Same thing, okay, I need to stop doing this. I need to stop doing that. I know I need to, but I'm going to delay. I'm going to wait. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it next month. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it next year. Then what happens? Boom, something big happens where it costs you a lot. I've been there. That was my issue. I always say I'll do it tomorrow. Procrastination. And then later on, it will affect me so much where I will pay for it so much more where maybe I couldn't afford, right? Or it really put me in a bad spot, and I really went to tough pain and suffering. So we want to make sure that we don't procrastinate and we don't fall into temptations, okay? It can cost you your confidence, right? It can cost your confidence if you continue to eat those unhealthy processed food, right? It can take away your happiness, right? Because you got this added body fat. You hate the way you look. Anyway, I'm putting on bikinis, so you're not happy with the person you see in the mirror. We don't want that. It can cost you your relationship. So if you fall for that coworker, right, that keeps flirting at work, and now you fall for it, it can mess up your marriage. You can lose your family. You can lose your house. You can lose the happiness that you know that you have at home, but you let in what temptations at work. You want to see if the grass is greener on the other side. But you find out it's not. Now you're alone. Now you're living in a little studio apartment. Got to pay alimony. Got to pay all the child support. And you look at the girl you flirting with, not even there no more. And now you look like, it was not worth the cost, right? Last but not least is that it can cost you your business. Any entrepreneurs. So if you keep falling to temptation to be lazy on the weekends instead of putting in extra time work, right? Remember, entrepreneurs now, what they say, not more than 5 years to where 90% of businesses fall or fail within 5 years. So we want to make sure that we're not letting other people ungodly desires to distract us. You're supposed to be going somewhere to network, and you're going out to the club Friday night. So now you don't get up to go network. You're supposed to go ahead and use the resource you have to go put into marketing, but you're using it to help your friend out so she can do ungodly things. So you gotta make sure that you are protected. Last but not least is, you ready? It can cost your retirement, baby. You know how many people I see 70, 80 years old, so sad, working at Walmart, working at McDonald's? No retirement. No retirement. So the retirement, you keep being tempted to buy them shoes, buy clothes, travel. You see all this social media stuff, so you're trying to do what they're doing, but you understand that they don't care about retirement. They're trying to show off so they can look good, so they can look awesome. But then later on, when they're 60s, 70s, now they're like frustrated because they spend all their money trying to show off, trying to look good in front of others, and now you have no retirement money. Now you're miserable when you're 60, 70, right? So we want to make sure that we're not doing things, right, ungodly things that can really cost us, right? So last thing I want to say is a quote that I made up. I want you to kind of say over and over to yourself when you have temptation is, it's God or whoever you're dedicating journey to, is to say it's worth the cost. God, you are worth the cost. My destiny, you are worth the cost. My business, you're worth the cost. My family, you're worth the cost, right? You're worth the cost. So I hope this makes sense. Hope this hit your heart. Again, the different types of pain is lessons, blessings, healings, protection. Pain could strengthen you and pain could guide you. All right? Have a good day. Do not fall to temptation. Keep your head up. See pain that it's a privilege, and we're going to keep on going. I'll see you tomorrow.